pushing out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again. I'm reaching out, 'cause I cannot fight this feeling anymore. Feels like I've been blown away. I'm pushing out, we're not running round in circles anymore. Feels like I've been blown away, and I won't do it again. No, 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 I won't do it again. No, 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 and I won't do it again. And I won't do it again. These words won't get through to me when I'm not listening. These words are no use, no telling me, is this worth risking? And I won't do it again. It's contagious. Tell me, do you feel it too? Mr. Magician, tricking me to loving you. Turning pages, looking for something new. But the rain is stopping me from pulling through. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. 'Cause I'm needing nothing, coming straight there from you. I'm gonna take a deep breath, cut the loving in two. 'Cause I'm needing nothing. Oh, Mr. Magician. magician. Your trickery is fine, Mr. Magician. I want you to be mine, Mr. Magician. You're pulling down my spine, Mr. Magician. I want you to be mine. I take a breath, I suffocate. You rip me off the preliminal stages. I'm walking around in the circle of life, doing the things I know, walking the same ways 100 times with the same soul. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But did you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind? It's gonna be alright. You run, try, roll your mind. 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 Seeing all the watering fill your eyes, doing the things they know, talking about the same old stories they've heard about the people they think they know. But do you ever try to path on the right side, put it up in your mind? But did you ever try to path on the left side, put it up in your mind? It's gonna be hard. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, you run, try, roll your mind. You run, try, roll your mind.
You've applied the pressure to have me crystallized, and you have the faith that I could bring paradise. I'll forgive and forget before I'm paralyzed. Do I have to keep up this pace to keep you satisfied? You don't move slow, taking steps in my direction. The sound echoes. Does it lessen your affection? No. You sound foolish, pushing this aside.
Oh my goodness. Okay, looks like we may finally have ourselves a League of Legends game. Welcome to BTL Season 17, Week 4, Day number 1. We got our first matchup of the day being between Cosmic Nebula and Las Cucarachas. And I am joined in the booth by Frostbyte, previous BTL Season 16 Championship Master Tier ADC. And we got a sub. Essentially, I mean, and this happens. It's like this happens. Like this happens so very often in amateur. Like we're not all showing up to a LAN tournament. We are not there in person. Sometimes somebody doesn't wake up, doesn't show up. They don't have the right alarm or something like that. Something happens and they don't show up to the game on time, and that is what happened to Cosmic Nebula. They are missing Kiwi Iced Tea at the moment, so they're going to have to bring in Demonic. Looks like Demonic is going to be coming in and subbing for them at ADC. That'll be Demonic. And so they lose their first ban because they are using an E-sub. And that first ban is supposed to be Nocturne, and they're going to pick up Corky here. We have Las Cucarachas. Looks like, I believe Las Cucarachas are 2-1 on the season. Cosmic Nebula is 1-2. Cosmic Nebula looking to get to at least 50% here. And Las Cucarachas is hoping to just continue.
Kog'Maw Ivern already just
baby.
Pure AIDS.
They're already in comfort.
Yeah, this is straight up UBC's comp right here. This is
yeah.
a dream. If he gets a Lulu, it's all over.
Yeah.
It's all over. But yeah, I heard. I think last week, apparently, some little birdie told me that you were risen up Knights of Ishtar.
I was risen up Knights of Ishtar. What did I do last week? What did I do?
I don't know. They were saying that you were talking about all this, like.
Oh, I was talking about. You know what I was talking about? I'm not sure if you're here. I was talking about the difference in our #1 seeds between our undefeated teams between this season and last season. I think I was talking about the style of play that Mingos have is just a stark difference from the style of play that Ishtar had whenever Ishtar went on the run of being just a clean macro League of Legends team compared to the absolute mess of dogfights Mingos put every single team through. But it's not like they're not winning consistently. So it's like, you know, it's just a very different style of play. Like you can see this from like professional teams, right? It's like you just see like there's a team that just plays very cleanly, very macro. They just have very solid gameplay. And Mingos is just so... They're just so scrappy, and it feels like they make a lot of plays that are super risky that shouldn't work, and end up working for them just from micro mechanics.
Surprisingly here, Las. How do you say that? Cucarachas?
Yeah, the cockroaches. Yeah, Las Cucarachas.
Yeah. They go with the Braum
That's
over like the standard Lulu pick.
Do you think that's
like
for
Lulu.
Corky? Is Braum like supposed to be good into Corky? Like just
no,
not at all?
I don't think anything is really good into Corky early. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
I mean, Braum is good into any ADC. He has his wall.
Right.
But it's just really surprising because you have the Kog'Maw, you have the Ivern. I feel like you sack the lane a little bit. You take the Lulu, and it's not like Leona can really engage on you because she just gets polymorphed instantly.
To be fair, I think I've seen them play this. I think they like this Kog'Maw plus Braum matchup. I think they've determined that pretty much with the Ivern and the Braum, and if you get the slow and in by, nobody can run away from you if you have Braum Kog'Maw. Like I think we've seen that they actually like this. They like to tag someone with the concussive blows, and then Kog'Maw just procs it from forever away, and then they have the Ivern CC and the Ivern slows with the stuff like that. So I think they actually like this comp. I feel like this is not too terribly crazy, and it's like it's a UBC team. Like they'll have their comps that they're like, and they'll like if people don't stop them from picking it, they'll just pick it game 1.
100%. And I'm assuming Mbessa disabled.
Yes, correct.
For this week, does she get enabled next week?
Whenever when it was her patch this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 Wednesdays from then, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but essentially, we always just whatever a champion's first patch, we just don't want to.
Got it.
Just because it felt like there's typically first patch shenanigans, so we'll see her later.
But we do got a Mordekaiser. Notably, Mordekaiser got nerfed this patch. So if that is Mordekaiser top, Olaf's going to be having a little bit more fun up there. So a little bit
Olaf,
more
one of the few champions that can actually get out of Mordekaiser ulti. One of the few things in the game that can actually get out of Mordekaiser ulti.
I don't think he gets out of Mordekaiser ulti, but if he times his ult, he can cancel the cast and put it on cooldown.
I see.
I think they reworded the coding to where when you're in there, you're in there. Nothing's getting you out.
I see.
But there are abilities such as Malphite Unstoppable, anything that makes you unstoppable, immune to harsh effects like Olaf ult, where if you cast it as you see the animation from Mordekaiser casting his ult, you can cancel the cast and it will put it on cooldown.
Egotistical, first time chatter, hello, welcome. Would have thought Cucarachas would want a utility mid like Orianna. Maybe they lock Sarah. Well, they got Galio. So I think that would count. Yep.
Yeah. And Cosmic picking up the way, one of possibly the newest 200 years Riot Games champion.
100%.
There's just like 20 abilities flying at you at all points in the game. But overall, I mean, both comps I feel like are actually pretty well developed here. It's really going to come down to, can Cosmic get a big enough lead early through their aggressive laners like Olaf and Corki, or is UBC just going to scale with this team and do standard Kog'Maw things? I haven't actually seen any of his recent Kog'Maw games. Has he been doing the true tried and true ADC build, or has he been doing like the AP poke build, or has he been doing the like ADC AP build?
I do not know. I feel like I'm not enough of an ADC player to pitch it to the specific builds. Let's see. Did they play it last week? Instead of aggressive C, your bad connection is on Jin. Whenever he played Kog'Maw last, it looks like we saw a Borg into a Rage Blade. Into Wit's End with Berserker's Greaves.
Okay. Yeah, there's obviously you have the full AP Kog'Maw build that is just, standard full AP. Then you have that standard ADC build, but there's this new build I've actually been messing around with in solo queue, which I love a lot.
Notably, in that game, they also had Braum support, by the way. They like to play this Braum support with the Kog'Maw.
But there's this new Kog'Maw build where you skip Blade, you go straight into Rage Blade, Nashor's Tooth, and then you go Shadow Flame because of the Shadow Flame buffs.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun.
Okay.
Your W does ungodly amount of damage, but they are pretty AP heavy here, so we should be seeing the normal Blade of the Ruined King builds. But it's really just up to UBC and how he wants to play the game. Like, I don't think he's going full AP just because he has the Ivern, he has the Braum, he wants to be attacking as fast as possible.
Man, what's his win rate on this? I'm wondering. Because, like, they had a game versus Cat GPT as well where they once again played Kog'Maw, Braum in the bot lane with an Ivern, with the Ivern jungle, and UBC went 10-0-6. And the Braum went 0-17, and the Ivern went 1-1-17. This is their someone at some point they gotta catch up. I feel like I'd be giving away people's stuff. Hey yo, Techie, hey, what's good, Techie? I feel like I'd be giving away people's comps. Like I'll just notice a trend and be like, is anyone going to like change up their?
Everybody should do it. I mean, I guess it depends on how veteran of a player you are, right? Like,
that's
we have some
fair.
Veteran teams, we have some fresh teams, but UBC. He has the same style every season, no matter what.
Scaling, baby.
He wants to put himself on the hyperist carries and then make his team just defend him until he gets to like 4 items. So I mean,
good.
It's comfort for them, and it's worked in the past to pretty decent success. I believe last season they finished pretty well. I think
I feel like they're I feel like recently he's been like Jimmy Butler. Their teams haven't been great in the regular season, but they always come back and have like a great run in the gauntlet. They don't necessarily always make it all the way, but I feel like recently they haven't had the greatest regular season, but they usually do pretty well in playoffs. They're kind of just building it up right now. Though at 2-1, they may be in pretty position to just kind of have they
played against Mingos yet?
No.
I'm curious how that's going to play out.
Mingos. I think by the time they get to Mingos, especially because, this team, Las Cucarachas is a team, like, you look at it like, oh, okay, this is a team full of veterans. They have Indefiance, UBC, and Red Strike. Like, these are all people that have been on BTL teams for, like, years now. And we would expect by the time, especially whenever you just listen to them talk, by the time they get to Mingos, I feel like they will have a plan to not fall into the Mingos trap of fighting.
You'd be surprised.
But at the same time.
Sometimes no matter the amount of prep, things can happen, Like, not to toot my own horn, but, like, not last season, but the season before that, we also went undefeated, but we got crushed in playoffs, So anything can happen,
Yeah.
No matter how much time you put in prep, no matter how much practice you get in, it really just comes down to the day and how you're feeling, how you're playing compared to the other team.
Yeah, very true. And so they're getting a lot of chance to just get data. I wonder who is the Mingos. So far, the Mingos have beat Shadow of Igorith and went 2-1. Then the Mingos played Cat Cowboy, so and they 2-0'd them, and that was a team that I expected to do a little bit better. with Moitmans and those people in Cat Cowboys having some experience. And then last week, Mingos did 2-0 Cosmic Nebula.
Yeah.
And Mingos play Elysium Gnomes tomorrow. Elysium Gnomes also a team that does have some experience. Previously, a few of them have won BTL. I think BTL season, the season before last. So BTL season 15, I believe the Elysium one. It wasn't the Elysium Gnomes. It was another Elysium team, but I think the same org. They did win a BTL championship a year ago, and so some of them are back.
Whoa, a year ago?
Yeah, season 15.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot you won 2 seasons a year. That's right.
Correct.
Well, looking at the team comps, who do you like more? Like, you have the,
I mean,
you have the standard UBC team, team comp, which is good.
Yeah.
But I mean, Cosmic has got some hitters.
They do.
Like, they have got a comp forming right now. They got the great poke from Wei. They have the sustained damage from Corki, and Corki doing true damage. So he's going to get through his tanks pretty quickly. Maybe not as quickly as Kog'Maw, but I mean, that 20% true damage means a lot, especially more and more he pokes, the more damage he gets down, the more crits he does.
That's fair.
And they have a lot of lockdown. Like,
they do.
An absurd amount of lockdown.
They do. I think it really depends. I mean, I feel like it's Las Cucarachas' game to lose. I mean, and so we talk about ease of execution often, right? But something else that I feel like goes on top of it is also time spent practicing team comp. I don't really have a clean way of saying that, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So, like, this is a comp that Cucarachas have played on stage already like 3 or 4 times. I think they're undefeated on it. And I know that they probably scrimmed this comp. So it's like, and not only is it ease of execution, it's also literally knowing how to play the comp that you're picking. And they know what their win condition is, and they know how to play. They know how they want to play the early game and the mid game, and they know how they want to play fights. They know how they want Ivern to path. So they know, I don't know, they know this comp well. And like, I think, and like Prabhu often ends up like for Cosmic Nebula's like top like performer tends to be their top lane. Bread is very yummy, has had incredible games, and probably tends to be Las Cucarachas' weak point. So there is a chance that Olaf just goes absolutely insane, and if Olaf goes insane, they have no answer to that. You can't really do anything about Olaf going insane. So that could happen. But Prabhu also putting Prabhu on Mordekaiser just puts him on kind of a like, hey, no matter what, you'll be useful. Walk into a fight in like ult Wei or ult Corki. Prabhu has had good performances on Mordekaiser. So it's not something I can often say, like, oh, Prabhu has had consistently good showings on, but has consistently good showings on Mordekaiser from what I've seen, has had some good games. I think he got an MVP from doing really well on Mordekaiser, like, last week or something. So
yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how this Olaf Mordekaiser goes up, because this is not Mordekaiser favorite at all. And if Bread gets, like, out of control, it can spell disaster. Like, there's nothing on the side of Cucarachas that can just stop, except for Kog'Maw, but Kog'Maw's not coming online until 2-3 items at minimum, and that's not even like maximum damage output.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll see if they try to, like, they may try to heavy dive this bot, like they may try to get, like, accelerate Kog'Maw with this Galio and Ivern and stuff, so we'll see if they're able to do that. But they're not able to do that, and Olaf just goes one-on-one and just goes ham in the top lane. They could run into some problems. But I don't necessarily expect that to happen. I expect them to kind of expect that they've probably done some research, and for a note from Cosmic Nebula that Bread is very yummy is the concern, so I imagine they're prepared for that. Anyways, we have about 1.5 minutes left for the spectator delay. We're going to hit you guys with that 1-minute ad so we can turn off the pre-roll ads, and we'll see you guys whenever we load into the Rift. As soon as I can find the button. There's a button here. Where's the button? There it is. All right, see you guys after the break. Hopefully this captures. Hopefully we're not just all looking at a black screen right now, which I think we all are. Are you +5?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as soon as OBS decides that this game is real, then we could, come on. Come on. I didn't change anything. Hey, 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 hey. All right, fantastic. All right, ready for the countdown?
Yep.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8,
Yep.
9, 10. All right, let's get into game number 1 between Cosmic Nebula and Las Cucarachas here in week 4 of BTL season 17. And we'll see what they do here again at level 1 is on the way, pings. They have a Braum. Are they actually planning on? Nah, it doesn't look like it, right?
I think it's just going to be standard 5-point here. I mean, Cucarachas don't want to risk anything early. Like they know their win con. They know what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. I got there. Thank you for the follow. Big Ilum fan 69. I'm not sure what that's saying. I'm squinting. Thank you for the follow either way. Appreciate it.
Doing this man disjustice, Etoe. Where's the heart, the passion, the fervor?
Whenever I start fumbling over a name, I start losing the passion.
So 10 on Skarner. I'm gonna just call him 10 because I'm not gonna try to say a whole name. Win a pot. Not normal for junglers nowadays.
Yeah.
So this could potentially be an inkling into potential invades onto Ivern, because Ivern, has to set up his camps before he can take them, has to sacrifice a bunch of his health.
Right.
So that's typically when junglers take pots, is for when they're trying to invade.
No, we'll see if they end up doing it.
Oh,
right, here we go. Level 1. Oh, but they're not. But they
UBC
right.
stepped out a little early there.
Yeah.
But Olaf starting up hard up top, hitting down 2 axes there, half of Black Fate's HP gone.
He's going to play aggressive in that top lane. That essentially, at some point, it's become like Brett is very yummy. He's like Emo. Like, all right, let's play to get top ahead. He's going to play aggressive. Similar to Goat from Poro Pounders, every single lane just plays incredibly aggressive, looking to get an advantage. It's similar to Brett here for Cosmic Nebula.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some level 2s here. Demonic and Val going in deep. Gets the stun onto Kog'Maw. UBC is going to pop that Ghost, and Exhaust can go down. A potential first blood here. Demonic needs to be careful. The barrier's going to get popped, and these Braum stuns are coming in so handy, and what a great trade there for UBC and Red Strike.
See, there's a reason why they love playing this combo. They figure something out here. They're like, hey, this is actually really strong. We could just have Kog'Maw just auto whoever has concussive blows on him, and we'll just win every trade. Like every extended fight.
That is true, and those are 4 summoner spells for the cost of 2, and an HP advantage in the lane.
Yeah, you're happy if you're Cucarachas. You're also happy if you're Ivern. Ah, man. Seeing a Galio just makes me think of how great Worlds Finals was last weekend.
It was good. It was a great series there.
Yep,
But we
see,
got
look at
better
Ivern.
ones in
Look at
BTL.
Ivern.
Come on. Yeah, Ivern on the flank right now. Val and Demonic could be in danger. They have no summoner spells. They do hit that level 3. Val's going to get a stun onto Ivern, but it's not going to be enough to save Demonic, and that's going to be first blood for UBC.
Like, I knew that, if we know in Defiance casts all the time, right? We know once those summoners are down, Ivern's going to look for it. He's going to look for it.
Yeah, Val being a little bit aggressive here. They're on a ward right now, and I'm surprised, honestly, UBC didn't stop there. I feel like they could just jump on Val.
True. This is my boy.
And now we have Ivern walking to mid lane. Daddy could be in a little bit of trouble. At least a potential summoner spell burn here if they step up for the wave.
I appreciate Frostbyte so much. I appreciate how casually you did it. I love it. Because as soon as this player signed up to play BTL, I was like, oh my god. How are we going to handle this on the booth? And Frostbyte just went straight into it. Daddy there is going to be like, fair enough.
I can do it more seductive if you want.
I love it. It was so casual. That was good stuff right there. And Daddy did avoid the gank.
Yeah, he spotted out the Ivern, so they know where Ivern is, top side. The pings went down onto in Defiance. So we got to see some action here. We're gonna need to see Skarner start building up a lead somewhere. Like we cannot leave UBC Red Strike just this free lane. Like that first blood's gonna be huge for them. Like you can already see boots and a dagger over demonic.
Yeah. Where are we going to see Skarner try to make a difference?
Yeah, I want to see Skarner go
Ooh,
top. This Olaf can go
Yes.
hard really fast. And Olaf is definitely one of the champions that it's hard for any ADC to deal with when he can't be stopped.
Yep. Yeah. I think I agree entirely. If you're Cosmic Nebula, I think you got to be looking top side, right?
Like some effort bot lane, destabilizing lane should be fine, but I definitely don't want to see that be the primary focus. Because you know Ivern's going to be there, and I don't think they're winning a 3v3. Ivern, Braum just keep UBC protected for so long. And already look at some invades there by Ivern. Vision control on that bot side. Looks like they're going to be prioritizing these Drakes, which honestly, great call by them. Skarner should be starting grubs on spawn here. And if Ivern doesn't do the Drake, maybe we can look for a potential fight over the dragon. But Daddy low on mana, so is not going to be able to move if something does happen on that top side, which I don't see in the foreseeable future.
Sorry, I had to do something.
Yeah, Val almost accidentally went in there, and that would have spelled
Probably
disaster.
not have been good. Yeah. Like, didn't that what happened the first time that they lost the trade and then ended up having to flash out?
I think they were actively trying to go in that trade. Dragon started up here for Cucarachas. Should be uncontested. They know Skarner's on the top side. Skarner looking for that Dragon Man, but still, Wei has not done the reset. And I don't think this is a smart call if they're trying to contest this. Like, it is so dangerous. They just got their flashes up. The Corky's flash is still down. Trying to push UBC away. UBC doesn't have a... It's going to have to take the long route around, but what a nice route there by Indefiance. Now 10 could be in trouble. Galley ult coming in. The knockup's going to slam, and Skarner's going to be left at 1 HP. He's out of this fight. And a double taunt there by Sad Dragon Man. They're going to get him a kill and potentially try to give this kill to UBC. I feel like Val's just going to be taking down 1 auto, 2 autos, and that's another kill for UBC. Daddy TP'd in, trying to get down more damage, but 10 is so low, he's not going to be able to go back in for the steal. And that's going to be Drake and some
that's
kills.
all Cucarachas. We saw the team comp at play right there. Saw how they want to play. They keep UBC alive. UBC just keeps autoing while they just have all this CC around them to just keep them alive and just keep them autoing. I mean, like, if you just have Kog'Maw just continue to auto, it should be fine. Red Strike and your back next are so cute when they walk around together. Oh, Paradoxical, thank you for watching anyway, even though the Mingos are not playing.
Ooh, so much damage from Corky.
Good rotation of the bot lane of to the mid lane here. I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah, Leona is definitely not going to be doing anything in that bot lane anymore.
Yeah. 100% KP for the Braum, the Ivern, and the Kog'Maw, as expected, pretty much as they did before. Like, this is they're playing a comp that they're comfortable with. And they would want to play it. Whenever I was playing on a competitive team too, like, this is kind of what we did. Like, this was like the easiest way to success. Like, if we could play the same comp as often as possible on stage, they were just comfortable with it. Like, we know how we want to play the comp.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen more action on the top side, like from Bread.
Yes, still, like, yeah, we were talking about it. Like, hey, hello, Bread is yummy. Literally goes off every single game. Why are we not giving resources to our top laner here? Like, you're trying to match Ivern, I guess, perhaps, but like, it's just not going well. She's just saying Valendrill. Valendry is the future of North American League of Legends. The sheets, huh? Ivern has arrived. They don't necessarily have the vision, it seems. Let's see it. Tenchini looking maybe towards the top side.
Yeah. I mean, if Cosmic
No.
is smart, they should know that this is where Ivern's going to be playing the entire game. Like, I get it, there's a freeze, but like just stay slightly in XP range, use the rockets to secure farm where you can, and then just wait for your jungle to either potentially break the freeze or wait for it to break itself.
And it's Ivern. You know, Ivern doesn't have to spend a lot of time in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of time they dedicated there. A nice connect there onto Demonic,
Ooh.
but Val could be in a little bit of trouble.
Ooh.
Val has no flash, and that's gonna be the stun getting
Ooh.
down. The Daisy is there, the knockups is there. That's gonna be another kill donated over to you. Oh, actually, Ivern, but
takes it, yeah.
another kill donated nonetheless. Now Demonic could be in a little bit of trouble here. Daisy's still alive. Daisy walking forward. He's gonna die to the tower, but it's gonna be a
They're
full
looking
push
for it.
off.
Yeah.
And looks like Demonic's gonna be able to walk away though.
Meanwhile, Tenchini, I mean, is grabbing some grubs. They will. Looks like they should have full grubs. That is all right.
I mean, maybe
So
their
far
maybe
they're
their
making it.
solution to this comp is just don't team fight them. Full split push, you know.
Yeah.
Now Red Strike could be in a little bit of danger. The Brahmolf's going to go down, and Demonic's going to get exhausted and hit by UBC's ultimate, and he's going to be dropped so low, but the kill is not completed. But Ivern's here to save the day to keep Red Strike and UBC alive. So honestly, pretty dicey there for Cosmic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Woo!
that snipe almost there.
Way with the whatever that ability is called, the long range
That
ability.
is his QW.
Okay.
Don't know what it's called. I don't even know if his abilities have names. I know
The
what
fact that it's
ability,
the-
I know what combination of buttons to press though.
QW is crazy. That was the Q, then W. No. That was one of
that's
the three
that's
Q
QE right
abilities.
there.
Yeah.
That little rumble ult's QE.
Severum Bolt. Okay. I know it was something, but I remember looking at it before. I feel like it could, severing bolts. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think that's his only. I think it adapts to what you're. Yeah, because it's subject disaster, subject serenity,
Yeah.
subject torment.
But
and
but
then
each one of them
each
does
one
have
of
a name.
itself
Does
has
have a
its
name.
own name.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. See them way abilities. Yeah, old sad boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Second dragon is up. It is an Infernal Drake. We could see a potential fight down here. Skarner is positioned on the spot side, but Olaf finally going in, dropping the Ragnarok to stick onto Black Fate, and Black Fate's gonna have to drop the flash, but Bread does not carry. He's gonna get
Right.
yanked into the ultimate,
Okay.
but he's gonna
Okay.
walk away.
Olaf things, I guess. Olaf things, I
That's
guess.
the danger. That's the danger.
Just decided like, all right, I'm gonna just run at you and just kill you.
Yeah, and on top of that, Olaf now has the 6 grubs. The split push power from Olaf is going to be so devastating
Yeah.
if Black Fate is not able to actually answer this champion. But now Val going to have to drop the flash while Braum is trying to snipe Val with the ultimate.
And bro, I guess Olaf is like, I don't need don't need help. I'll just get my lead myself. It's fine.
Yeah, now we got a TP onto Bread. Bread's going to have to walk away here. It does not have the HP to actually contest Black Fate in that lane right now.
Olaf is just running rampant up there. Does have the most gold in the game. I think if they're able to get this tower bot lane, I think they swap to make this bot lane be against Olaf. You don't think
I don't
so?
know.
You
I mean,
you
this
don't
Olaf,
like that?
Olaf has 3 levels up. That's just the
That's
nature.
fair.
So, oh, actually,
Yeah.
hold on. We have a little bit some poke here by Indefiance, but yeah, Olaf's up 3 levels, has a full item already, has full boots. If Ragnarok's available, and maybe Skarner's up there, they're not stopping him. And I don't think Red
So
Strike and
they-
UBC have the damage right now to actually deal
okay,
with
you think they
Olaf.
still die? I see.
Like maybe UBC gets out with like a sacrifice play by Red Strike, but
They'll probably have to bring
It's dangerous.
in Defiance as well, I guess. I don't know. And then, I mean, I guess he doesn't actually do anything. I don't know. They have to do something about it, though.
Yeah, maybe if Defiance is there, but again, not a lot of damage. Like their damage is UBC, right?
Yeah.
Like you have the Galio mid going to the tank Galio build. You have the Mordekaiser, but Mordekaiser is not, like we said, most of the damage is coming from those isolated fights. If Mordekaiser can even win those isolated fights, and Ivern's not exactly the damage king.
Yeah, not even attempting to be in the slightest.
So it's going to be top side objectives traded for bot side objectives, and we have a movement onto the bot lane. I don't know if it got pinged out though, so Ivern and Galio could be looking for a 4v2 dive, but UBC is going to get engaged on a nice Val ultimate to skip both of them, and UBC is going to get dropped down super low, but the Galio ult's coming in to keep him alive and knocking up Val while Demonic is just going to drop in the 4v2 tower dive, and that is going to be a kill picked up for UBC and a kill for Sad Dragon Man.
All right, we'll have to see how Cosmic responds. It's going to be 6 kills, all 6 of these kills in the bot side. Again, 100% KP still for the Ivern and the Braum and the Kog'Maw. Meanwhile,
but notably, first tower was picked up there for Daddy and 10 with the Herald charge, and now the Herald's being charged top.
Oh, they did it! They did the thing!
There, and that's
they
gonna
did
be
the
next
thing!
Tower falling.
Oh!
And now Black could be in trouble here. 10's looking for the hit, and he does connect. And he was not able to hit the pullback there, so Mordekaiser in great danger now. Bread has Ragnarok available, but not going to pop it for the chase. A little bit too scared of Ivern.
The Skarner ulti, the Mordekaiser went on Skarner.
Bread going back in, dropping the Ragnarok on top of the Defiance, and Defiance is going to flash away while Galio joins the fray, and 10 going to get dropped down super low. A nice ultimate there, but it's not going to be enough. And Bread and 10 are going to fall.
Sad Dragon coming in like Faker there, saving the day. Oh, this is very
Daddy
dead.
in trouble. He's going to get stunned up, and it's going to fall a little bit too aggro there with no vision.
Yep, the rest of the team has appeared, has arrived to take down the monster in the top lane. Very well done on the Rift Herald there to get those 2 towers, but is not going to. Well,
those 2 towers definitely keep the gold in a manageable state.
Yeah.
Only down 2,000. Not necessarily what you want to see against the Kog'Maw comp, but the teams don't know how much gold they're at.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the teams actually probably think it's worse than this because they're down 8 kills.
Demonic could be in a little bit of trouble here. Sad Dragon Man in Defiance with the move down to the bot lane, and Demonic does not have any summoner spells left. He actually used Flash in that exchange because it is just now on cooldown.
Oh, yeah, true. Where is Olaf? Olaf walking back towards the top lane.
Yeah, I think Olaf just
is the only
game.
Yeah, Olaf is just the only potential issue if you are Las Cucarachas. You just need to make sure Olaf stays in check. And then this game should be pretty much yours. But notably, one of the most difficult champions to keep in check.
Yeah. I mean, Bread hasn't really, they have a lead. Like, don't get me wrong. 30 CS, a kill up, and a tower. But hasn't really been putting it to the full use of what I feel like Olaf could be doing in that.
The richest person in the game is actually the Galio. Third Drake coming right up.
Yeah, it should be. That's gonna put him on soul point. I mean, it is Kimtech soul, so not like the end all be all soul. And looks like we have some movement on the top side. Looks like Skarner's finally trying to put some pressure up there.
Yeah.
Well, UBC and Sad Dragon Man gonna potentially get this tier 2 tower. They have Defiance on the flank. A nice engage there on the Val for the taunt and the slow. And now Val could be in a little bit of danger. The ultimates go down on the UBC for the stun. And it's gonna get Val out, but at a cost of the flash. Things are looking a little dicey, but I mean the gold lead still just kind of teetering at that 2 to 3K mark. Looks like a tower should be falling in the bot side, but Daddy's going to need to be a little bit careful here. The minions finish it off. No, they don't. But Daddy's going to get engaged on here by Sad Dragon Man. They're going to go onto the tower. It's going to cancel the TP though. And that's a nice double ult there by 10 and a great combo there by Daddy and 10 and a nice 4 1v2 and a cancellation of the TP. That fight kind of went faster than I was expecting.
Yeah, was that Mordekaiser's TP? Yeah, it was Mordekaiser's TP. A good team
Yeah.
fight there. And now the gold is pretty much even.
Yeah.
The tower and a good
They
team fight
haven't
there.
reset, though. Now Daddy gonna be dropping just straight from UBC, and the team isn't there to follow up with any
UBC
damage.
can
And
stay
Red
alive,
Stripe with a
maybe?
nice 4-man knockup to get UBC out. And now Black Fate is here. They're gonna have to walk away. Red did pop Ghost there, so
good
that's
looking.
a pretty hefty summoner spell to lose. But yeah, I was about to say that gold closing is good, but they didn't reset yet. So
Yeah.
the gold favor was still in the last fudge. You know what I'm talking about. The cockroaches, I guess, is what you said they were.
Yeah, Las Cucarachas, yeah. Yeah, gold reset. Kog'Maw is still a problem. Kog'Maw didn't have to blow flash there.
Yeah,
Did hold
Kog'Maw
on
had
to the
2
flash
items.
and just continue to walk. Yeah.
2-item Kog'Maw. This is where it starts to get really dangerous. Like, it was already dangerous before, but now,
Right.
this is his items. He's full build, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Everything is just extra at this point. I just realized this Dunkmaster Ivern just hurt the the sound of the buzzer beater from Ivern's skin.
I'm actually surprised that they went. I forgot that Corki got nerfed this patch. Lost a fair bit of AD and mana. That's why it's not a pop-off game. we figured it out. I don't know if you play much solo queue, but Corki is a menace in solo queue, or was last patch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I guess solo queue doesn't always translate to team play.
Yeah. Also, my solo queue is a different experience than the average solo queue.
True.
So
True.
at whatever elo, whatever your solo queue games are, it's nothing. It's very different than mine. Very different than mine.
Yeah. We do have Maul by Mortis completed here by Bread, so it looks like Bread's fully committed into just trying to pull Mordekaiser to him and just fight, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. How is Olaf going to extend his lead is the real question. Or, like, if you could just have Mordekaiser just stay on the side and only died once and just continue to clear waves against them, then Olaf is being relatively held in check, right?
Yeah.
Olaf doesn't have teleport. Like,
100%. But an engage here on by 10, but it's a 3v4 right now.
And-
a nice double knockup there by Sad Dragon Man, but a flash forward on the UBC. UBC's got the flash away, and no one is on top
They're
of him.
gonna
He's
try.
free firing in
They're
the back line. That's
trying.
going to be 10 falling, Val falling, and UBC is just going unstoppable, going berserk, but he has the Olaf on top of him, and he's going to
Ooh.
get Val by Daddy and the ultimate, and Olaf is just so
Oh
still
my
alive.
God.
I don't even
Oh
know,
my
like,
goodness.
he's at 1 HP, but now it's a 1v2. Let's see if Black Fate and Sad Dragon Man can complete the fight. They should be able to. A nice spear there to keep Daddy away. Or to save Daddy, that is. But, I mean,
yeah.
Like-
yeah.
that was
They
a
were-
fight I feel like was pretty aggressive there by Cosmic. It was
Yeah.
3v4 right in the beginning, and nobody was touching UBC for so long.
Yes, and then well played by Daddy and by Bread is very yummy to actually get onto Kog'Maw. The way ulti got onto Kog'Maw, and although Olaf walked from bot lane, got there in time to just run straight at the Kog'Maw. And they have to, and like if you're Las Cucarachas, you have to find a solution to that. That can't happen. That is their entire team. That is their entire
I mean,
team.
you
yeah.
saw like Kog'Maw also added 2 items. Like the damage that Kog'Maw is spitting out is not low, and they
Yeah.
just could not kill the Olaf fast enough. But already we have another fight here on to 10. 10's gonna get caught out right in front of the Drake, and the TP here by Black Fates to ensure that his team can secure this dragon. There is no smite contestation. There is no burst damage.
Yeah,
Maybe a severing bolt here by Way, but it is gonna be a miracle to even attempt this. Oh. I thought that Corki rocket almost had it.
That would have been crazy.
But it's going to be soul picked up, and Baron's on the table. You already got the pings. Daddy is sitting in the bot lane, does have the Unleashed teleport. But again, still no 10. Bread's going to get spotted out by a pink.
Yeah, they gotta
And
find
Baron's gonna
just
get
keep
started up
track of
now.
where Olaf is, and they had to keep track of where Kog'Maw is.
Yeah, Olaf does have Ghost, no flash, and it's the same for UBC. The Ragnarok's available. Baron already down to 7,000. It looks like they're just going to be giving it over.
You're going to try to go from the lane
opting
tower?
to push some lanes, try to get some towers.
I don't think they get any towers here, though.
Yeah, I don't even know if they'll get one, to be completely honest. And they're just going to chase Bread into the opposite jungle. Bread should be fine. 10 is here. They might try to maybe bait them into an overextended fight. Bromwell's going to miss.
Ooh. Yep, okay.
And that's just going to be them getting away with empowered blast cones.
Yeah, and they chilling.
But yeah, that gold lead they evened out. Right back to 3,000.
Yep. Most money in the games. Nah, still on Galio with Olaf close behind, though. Olaf is having a lot of CS, I guess, in tower. Tower, buddy.
Oh, looks like they could try to be forced in a fight here. There are no TPs. Galio's out of range of the ultimate. 10's going forward. A Ghost going to get popped by Bread. A Ghost popped by UBC. That Leona ult's not going to miss, but a double impale there. What a great snatch there by 10, and that's going to be 2 for 1. That's 2 Barons gone, and those are 2 key members to be off the board. This tower should be falling. Daddy going to TP to the bot lane, try to get another tower set up for a potential rotate. Demonic should be able to finish this off. I don't think Sad Dragon Man necessarily poses the biggest threat. Val's just going to go straight up. Is going to start tanking the tower because of the taunt, and that was a little bit too aggressive there.
Yeah.
Now fall to the tower.
Oh.
The tower falls in return, but I don't know if that's worth it. A nice flash forward there by Sad to pick up a kill for himself, and now 10 and Val could
Galio
be
does
great
hurt.
danger. Black Fate there on Leona, and that's going to be 2 kills for Sad Dragon Man,
just
and
not
a kill
the
picked up for
cleanest.
Black Fate.
That wasn't the clean. Like, they should be able to get that tower cleanly. I think that just wasn't the
Yeah, that
cleanest
was
there. They were a little bit
aggressive there for Val
impatient.
to
Yeah.
just walk under the tower.
Now they'll just be trading
And-
that tower. Yeah.
I mean, the response is they're going to lose their tier 2 now.
Yeah.
So overall, the gold was slightly swinging towards Cosmic to close that gap, but right back up to 3K or
Yep.
2K. That was a
They're
good fight,
making
though.
a valiant effort here for being down the solo 11 kills, only down 2K. Like, they are making a valiant effort here, 27, almost 30 minutes into the game. And Olaf keeps making plays. Olaf is keeping them in this, as well as Way. The bot lane is struggling. They're combined 2 and 11.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the bot lane is struggling. But it is also sub, to be fair. They're not. This isn't their ADC.
Yeah. Looks like we have a 4-man push on the top side. Mordekaiser splitting on the bot. No TP available. Tier 1 and the final Tier 1 to fall in this game. Actually surprised at how even these towers are right now. Red could be a little bit in danger, stepping up way too far. It's going to have to pop the Ragnarok. A big cooldown to lose for fights.
Yeah.
I mean, basically. Oh, but we do have another push in the mid lane here by
Okay.
Demonic, by Val. Sad Dragon Man's going to clear the wave. Demonic is the one ends up tanking the tower, though, and Val going to get the back end of the charged up tower shots, and now Val could be in a little bit of danger. The Solar Flare is going to go wide, and Demonic is going to fall to Sad Dragon Man. Sad Dragon Man making them.
Y'all didn't watch Worlds? Hey, yo, Galio ain't no bitch, yo. You ain't just gonna, like, pretend Galio don't do nothing. Yeah. Hey, that Galio was 9-1 before you challenged him. It is 10-1, I guess, before. Now it's 12-1. Like I said, the Galio has the Galio hurts.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Cosmic is in a little bit of desperation mode. Ooh, Spindler in Despair, going to go wide.
And that was fine, too, if they didn't dive the Galio. Like, they got a lot of damage on that turret. They didn't need to go down like that.
Yeah, they're definitely in panic mode. They're trying to match the towers getting taken on opposite sides of the map way too aggressively.
So in some ways, I respect this Leona for, like, besides play after play after play after play not going well, it still does do the Leona thing of going in. To better or for worse, you know, like, sometimes, you know, it means to the detriment, but also you don't want a Leona that's afraid of going in, that never engages. So, I mean, there's a benefit to keeping it there. It's just like in basketball. You know how they say shooters shoot. You got to keep shooting. Got to keep attempting. You do got to keep attempting, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is fair. Some of the engages are going to be good. Some of the you do need your Leona to be aggressive, to be engaging. And just forget about the scoreline. Just don't even look at it.
I mean, it is deceptively close.
Yes, it
I feel
is.
like we've had so many of those games in BTL this season where it's just the score is not what's happening in the game.
Right. Is Frostbyte super quiet in comparison to me? Okay, yeah, I could do something.
Essentially.
He's mighty loud in my
Tell
ears,
you
but-
silencing the voice. Looks like we could have a fight brewing here. 10 and Bread gonna look for Indefiance. Or Bread's gonna pop the Ragnarok to try to keep himself CC immuned. But as a nice heroic entrance there by Galio, and they're on Val in the backline. Val is trying to keep UBC out, and it does. Actually, Olaf was there back there with Val, and Olaf is wreaking havoc in the backline right now, but does not have the damage to complete the fight, while Black Fate ults the way, gets the kill on 10. And that is going to be 4 for 1, and I think that might be game.
Well, I have not heard that call before. Have you heard that call before?
What?
The announcer said, "Red team has scored an ace."
Oh, it's the new. It's because of Arcane.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I've never heard that before. Well,
yeah,
then,
and all those efforts to kill UBC, and I didn't even actually see Olaf back there. Like
Yeah.
Olaf was just underneath the massive front line
Right.
that Cucarachas have. And
like, UBC did die, but like, hey, this
Yeah.
Galio is 12-1. Like, Galio actually ended up doing a lot of damage in this. Like, Galio is there.
Looks like the game. The game's not actually over yet. I really thought that they were going to be able to push that fast enough, but not quite. Val and Demonic are
without
able to save
UBC,
the
I
game. They're
suppose.
going super deep now, though. Sad Dragon Man doing so much damage to Demonic.
Oh my
Demonic is going to
God.
fall, while Val's going to get feared, pushed back, and Sad Dragon Man could be in a bit of trouble now. Ragnarok popped once again. That's going to be a nice shutdown there for the Olaf. But Kog'Maw's coming back. There's no Ragnarok to keep Bread alive and moving in these fights. And now Black Fate's going in with a nice Ivern Q, and he's going to get a nice pull right back into UBC. Now UBC has entered the fray, popping out the damage, spitting out his vomit, and that's going to be one kill picked up. Daddy should fall, and that's going to be another, and this is going to be a delayed ace, and that should be the game as soon as the minion wave pops up. I don't think Demonic can 1v4, or actually 1v3.
No, doesn't have to. Just have to just clear the wave.
But UBC's alive.
Yes, that's true. UBC is alive this time. But they are also splitting their attention.
Demonic's going to have to delay for 20 seconds. Red Strike blocking some of that damage. The wave is finally here. It cannot clear the wave with Demonic's abilities. He's going to have to try to get down some damage. He does W4 to get some damage on the wave. Now Demonic's going to get dropped down to 1 HP. Got the backup to get some healing. 10 is alive. And this game is just always at the cusp. It's just falling short every time.
But now Elder Dragon is on the table.
Yeah, Elder's up. Black Fate is going for the reset. Does have the teleport, but Red Strike dangerously low here, and all of Cosmic is going to be alive for this. Red Strike starting the back. Let's see if 10 can catch him out. Does spot the back. I feel like 10, you have to stop this here. Oh. Greeted for the war, didn't get the backstop. That is a massive reset that you couldn't stop.
Olaf won't be here, and Olaf does not have teleports.
Yeah,
Olaf
Val and Demonic are here. Val's going to get hit by the taunt there by Sad Dragon Man, and Val should just be falling here. UBC is going to be, once again, spitting out so much damage, and now it is a 4v5 with the game on the line.
This is impossible without Olaf. They can't even attempt to...
Yeah.
Why would they even attempt to contest that without Olaf?
Well, they have to contest it. It's Elder, but Olaf decidedly went top.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, yeah, there's no way you attempt that. You need Olaf here. Olaf is just walking topside, but they're getting Elder. Olaf, you're not actually immortal. Like, hey, Elder affects you too, bro.
That is true. Oh, it looks like they're getting pings on the Baron. Olaf on that reset. Just trying to get gold where they can, but they're going to have to somehow delay fighting while this Elder's up. Kog'Maw's already doing so much damage in these fights. It's already so hard to kill because of Ivern, because of Braum.
Yeah. I wonder who will actually have done more damage by the end of this game. Kog'Maw or Galio?
I can only assume. Galio's destroying the squishies, but Kog'Maw's doing
That's
the most
fair.
damage to the tanks.
Yeah, that's fair.
This should be a potential last stand effort here. Elder still active for 1 more minute. Baron active for 2.5. The battle lines are being formed. 10, Demonic, Val are all here. Olaf trying to stop a wave, but there's already a wave topside. Olaf, you need to reset here. A nice pull there onto Bao. Bao's already going to get
Olaf
chunked. Demonic is going to try to get down
is-
some damage. A Solar Flare onto Sad Dragon Man, but Sad Dragon Man is a tank here. A tank that does damage, and that's going to be one falling to Indefiance's Dragon, and Demonic will be the next one. And now Bao dropping as well. Bread is just a little bit here, way too late. Ragnarok is going to get popped. Let's see if he can 1v5 of Elder team. It is not going to be enough, and now it's Daddy versus the world. Sad Dragon Man looking for some damage. Doesn't quite connect, but a nice root there by Indefiance. Red Strike gonna get super low. Sad Dragon Man super low, but UBC still untouched, and that's gonna be the Elder, and that's gonna be the ace, and that's gonna be the game.
If Olaf is, why is Olaf not there at the beginning? Olaf certainly could help them defend that. Okay, I mean, all right.
I mean, Elder, it's a beast to overcome.
Yeah, that's true, but definitely have no chance of that Olaf being there.
Yeah.
All right, no decision they decided to make.
And you know what? I was wrong. Sad Dragon Man most damage by a massive amount.
Yeah, the Galio was going crazy. 39,000 damage, 11,000 above the Kog'Maw who did the second most in the game. Yeah, I was like, yeah, hey, y'all forgetting that this Galio has a lot of money. He has a lot of money and a lot of items. Like, I know that the damage source is typically Kog'Maw here, but this Galio is actually going crazy. It's going crazy. Whose game was it to lose this time? I said it was Las Cucarachas' game to lose, and they did not lose it. As in, like they have the advantage, and the way that they lose this game is if they mess it up. I feel like that's what I was saying. Like they know the comp, they have the better comp because they played the comp, and I feel like they were in the position to potentially try to lose it. But we will see what happens going forward. One thing about the True Fearless draft is whenever they get this comp, they only get it once. So this is their comp that they got. They got it once, I imagine, because of who they are. They of course know this, and they have other comps prepared. But we will see what happens in game number 2. That's going to be game number 1 going to Las Cucarachas. We'll catch you guys back here whenever we're ready for the draft for game number 2. And let's see. Let's play something a little bit newer. Let me scroll a little bit further down on the list here. Let's go down here. Yep. All right, here we go into game number 2. Between Let's Go Cucarachas and Cosmic Nebula, Let's Go Cucarachas taking that victory in game number 1 with that comp that we were talking about. They had the Ivern, they had the Braum, they had the Kog'Maw. And since this is True Fearless Draft, of course, every single one of those champions that you saw in game number 1 will no longer be available from the side of Let's Go Cucarachas. Well, that means all the champions that were in the game, not just what they played themselves. We're not doing Modify, we're doing True Fearless. So that means no Corki, no Leona, no Skydar, no Olaf, no Wei, no Kog'Maw, no Ivern, no Braum, no Mordekaiser, no Galio.
Dun dun dun. Well, don't worry. There's still late game 80 carries to play. You got the Twitch, you got the Vayne, you got Jinx's bands,
you got the Sivir.
Ashe is not one of those super late game hyperscalers, but so much utility coming out of that champion.
100%.
Not a fun lane to play against. I mean, my answer to it is Caitlyn. No, Ashe is a great pick. Don't get me wrong. Just not like.
We do have Kiwi Ice-T is back, by the way, so no more ban loss for the side of Cosmic Nebula. The player that was not, their ADC that was not able to make game 1 is here in game number 2, and they're going to pick up Jin for Kiwi Ice Tea.
Interesting. Jin.
Did Nebula pick red side?
Camp?
No.
Oh.
But it's automatic side trading for in regular season.
Yeah. Jin was not able to ever match the DPS of Ashe, but
Yes.
Jin can win in the burst fight.
Yes.
And Milio is going to be able to help Jin in that. Milio with that additional attack range booster, the ability to cleanse the CC. So a lot of great. Another thing that a lot of people don't really know about Milio is it works like cleanse. So when Milio ult pops, you get like 3 seconds of increased tenacity.
Ah, okay.
So you never really see a lot of
useful
Milios do that.
in this.
But
Since whenever
yeah,
you pick Jin into Ashe, I always feel like, I'm not sure if this is a true counter, but I always feel like, doesn't Ashe have like the world's easiest ulti onto Jin whenever he ults?
yeah,
But,
for sure,
yeah.
for sure. My go-to counter into Ashe is Caitlyn.
Yeah, I think that
just
makes
because like
sense.
I have the range to like kind of like aggressively trade while keeping safe. The DPS is up there.
Yeah.
Nocturne though is gonna get picked up here for in Defiance. Nocturne kind of one of those like
Notably
super scary.
banned last draft.
Yeah.
Do they have pick potential or what so far on the last side of Las Cucarachas? Dear Lord Jesus.
I mean, both teams are really poke focused right now. You have the Ashe, Nautilus, Nocturne. You have the Jin, follow-up CC to the Amumu. So it looks like we're drafting into some pretty heavy
We fighted.
catcher, like
Cats that went out and started a fight.
yeah,
Yeah, pick.
comps. Yeah, that's what it is.
Banning some scaling mids.
Yeah. The mid bands are pretty decent. I mean, Asol. I don't think Asol is as strong as he has been in the last few patches. But Ari, a great pickup band there. Ari just known for like, just kind of like shredding up maps.
Just always solid.
Yeah. Got to see. I'm assuming that there's going to be another mid ban here by Cucarachas.
Or a top
Just like
lane.
really narrow down that pool.
Yep, another mid ban. Four
Yeah,
mids
it
get
would
banned
be
down here.
surprising for them to shift into top bands after already dropping one ban on mid.
I mean, almost you could argue every single one of Cucarachas bans right now is a mid ban.
Yeah.
5 mids. The mid champion pool has been decreased by 7. I mean, you can say 8 because of Silas.
Interesting to go for a Wukong blinds for the top side.
Okay.
I feel like Wukong can definitely be punished relatively,
By who?
I would say almost easily. A little bit of danger there, but really setting up for these like engage combos. You have the Mumu ult, you have the Wukong ulti.
What counters Wukong's top side?
I would have to look it up. I don't know. I just know that Wukong, there's a fair few matches that you
Oh,
don't really want to
Jesus
blind. Like
Christ.
most time when you pick Wukong, you're using it for the flex.
We're going bot lane, baby. Pick like a
Yeah, I
Twisted
think
Fate or
Shin-
something here would be hilarious.
I would say Shin is definitely one of those champs. Like Shin can block the clone autos and Wukong's autos with the W
Yeah.
zone. Has a lot of base damage from the Q Twilight Blade, and the ultimate pairing with Nocturne is just super devastating. And then you get the Anivia
Scaling.
to kind of like, I guess, just put down some like areas that the enemy team doesn't want to be walking in. So lots of slows, lots of engage here for Cucarachas. So these fights are going to be super CC intensive for both sides.
Oh
I
my
mean, you got
God.
Lysandra, you
Yeah,
have
it
Mumu,
is.
you have Wukong. I don't think the matchup is Lysandra favored though. I could be wrong, but I feel like as soon as Anivia hits 6, like yeah, Lysandra has ultimate and stuff, but Anivia is not really interacting with the lane. She's just dropping that ult on the wave and like kind of just
to that lane, yeah.
it's just kind of like sitting back. So this is going to really come down to the team fights. Both teams have so much CC layering, and it's just who's going to be able to get that CC off first and who's going to have the more impactful CC.
No, lots of records won in game number 1. We'll see who is going to win game number 2. I'll put up another prediction here in the chat. Looks like 80% of you guys chose Cucarachas. At least 80% of the channel points were put up Cucarachas in game number 1. See what you guys think for game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm heavily favoring Cucarachas comp here again. It's
Yeah.
just it's so easy to execute here. Like you pop the
Yes.
Nocturne ultimate, he goes onto who he wants. Shin's there to follow it up with his ultimate.
and then you have a lot of peel for the Ashe and the Nivea because they're just both huge self peelers.
Yeah.
Whereas Cosmic doesn't have that like sustained damage that like Ashe and Nivea provide. They have a lot of pick. Like they're gonna have to play super heavily for like catching somebody out before the fights start. So it's definitely more. It feels like it's just another one of the scenarios. It's on Cucarachas to lose. Like they just don't need to be out in areas they get picked, and they shouldn't really ever be in a spot they can get picked. They have Ashe Vision, Hawk Shots. They have the Nocturne Darkness. It's just a lot of vision control innate in the champions kits, not even counting wards.
Okay. Yeah, I have a damage concern here for Cosmic Nebula for sure. Especially like, man, Jin to me is just one of those champions, like, it's not consistent, man.
Whoa, Jin is great.
Yeah, Jin's great, sure, but Jin definitely has some potential disadvantages, some potential flaws. If you are not ahead as Jin, you're just not going to be doing a ton of damage, especially to tanks. Like, the Shen and the Nautilus, like even a Nebula is not going to be the easiest for Jin to kill. Like, Jin doesn't have an easy person to kill in this game. Especially if he's not, like, just absurdly ahead. And then Jin is, like, the most damage over there. I mean, Lissandra can do a lot of damage, but it's not typically known to be a high damage mid laner. And then, I mean, Wukong depends on what way Wukong build. Wukong can kind of sort of do a lot of damage, but it's also, I feel like, also potentially going to struggle. So, I don't know. I just feel like, we'll see. I mean, we've seen Amumu's build a little bit more AP recently. So, I feel like, I guess Amumu can put in some damage, too. But I don't know. Overall, I feel like I have a little bit of a concern there.
Yeah, Amumu's going to have some big ults this game.
Look at that follower name, man. Come on, bro. Is this a joke? I want to say thank you for the follow. Then I'm like, man. Thank you for the follow, mon S past trop long. Yep, there it is.
I mean, where do you want to see the focus this game?
Top lane. Top lane. I mean, actually, yeah, probably. I was like, actually, probably need Jin to get ahead, but I feel like that's what they're going. I feel like the enemy. It looks like Cucarachas is probably going to focus bot lane like heavily. I feel like. Man, is it even worth? Can you get Wukong a hand early and actually like make something happen from that?
It's tough. It's tough to just really.
You know what? Actually, let's just have everyone go bot lane as much as possible. Let's just have 5v5 bot lanes. Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we'll just Abraham this game.
Yeah. I feel like I wanted to, but it's like I wish, like Bread was on a better, like a more consistent top lane carry. I feel like Wukong can potentially do it. I just haven't seen a Wukong do it very recently, like in my memory.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it's not impossible if you get Wukong just stupendly ahead. That's not even a word, but stupendously, stupidly ahead. That maybe something happens here because I just don't see it happening in bot side. Unless you want to babysit bot side and hope that they don't just die.
It's definitely gonna be tough, and as soon as Nocturne and Shin get those level 6, it gets even harder.
Yeah,
it's just like poor Jin. That's all I gotta say. Like I would not want to be ADC this game.
Yeah,
on either side, realistically speaking, but more so on Cosmic side.
Yeah, that's really rough. Welcome back, Kiwi Ice T. Here's your punishment for missing game 1. You get to go up against the Nocturne, Shen, Ashe, Nautilus. Have a good time. And we're gonna put you on Jin, so you have you have no way of getting out of this. You're just there, just no mobility. Oh God, oh Jesus. Let's go Kiwi. My go Kiwi is back. You might want to cover your eyes for this one. That's your go.
It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough matchup here.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But, you know, not impossible. We can see Kiwi can pop off here. And it's funny because I feel like I know Kiwi is to play Ezreal. And I was like, why not pick Ezreal here? I guess they picked Jin first, like blind. But well, not blind. They saw Ash, they picked Jin. But now it's like, man, I really wish that was Ezreal now. So like, we could live potentially for off of all this engage, and I think I know Kiwi to play Ezreal pretty well. So oh well, we'll see how it works out. We will see. We will see what happens. Is the Jin able to survive? Can the Wukong pop off top lane? Can they do some focus on top side? We'll see what happens. We are in the spectator lane. We got about 2.5 minutes until we learn into the game. So we're going to hit you guys with some music, and we will catch you. Also with that, actually, first we're going to hit you guys with that 1-minute ad. Preparing the ad. Did I already do it? What? I can't do it. Okay, well, we're actually just going to take a break, and we will catch you guys whenever we load into the Rift. Black screen, huh? It's been like 2 weeks just grinning. All right, sweet.
Did you watch Arcane?
I have not watched Arcane yet.
This is good. It's a
sorry.
baller.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, and I will be.
Did you watch the first season?
Yes, I did watch the first season.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get into game number 2 between Las Cucarachas and Cosmic Nebula. Las Cucarachas taking the victory in game number 1. Looking to close this out potentially 2-0 with a really powerful pick comp, I think, that's going to potentially cause Jin a lot of problems. I see Jin brought the cleanse, as well as they have Milio cleanse, and Milio has heal. Will it build enough to keep Jin alive?
Yeah, and already, look, we got some movement on the top side. This time, Cucarachas is looking for some aggression in the early level ones.
Split up here. This is interesting.
Yeah.
That's
quite a way to walk. In Defiance and Red Strike.
Okay.
Managed to sneak up onto this wall. Red Strike's going forward now. Bread has to be careful here.
Ooh,
Spotted out, but the hook does not quite connect. A nice use of that corner wall there.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah. We also got cleanse on UBC, so gonna have a match of the summoner spells. The cleanse on Kiwi is so valuable, even not looking at the ultimates because Red Strike did take that exhaust. So that is something that you can cleanse.
Yeah.
Whereas Val went with the heal, trying to keep Kiwi alive as long as they can. The early game, I don't expect to see too much going on unless there's some absolute crazy engages here. Just because it really,
see some engages?
both teams are just waiting for 6.
Nah, bread is yummy.
Yeah. Yeah, Bread is Yummy is definitely looking to try to get some damage in before Black Fate gets way too much levels. It gets harder as Shin starts picking up those levels.
Level 2 gonna get hit first by the bot lane of Cosmic Nebula, but not gonna do much with it.
Kiwi needs to be a little bit careful here. Red Strike trying to look up for a hook, a flash forward there, and Kiwi's going to get hit, and Exhaust can go down. The cleanse is popped, and Red Strike's going to get dropped down to 1 HP, and flash from Kiwi to get her away from UBC because Indefiance has arrived.
Okay.
So lots of summoner spells. Once again, it's 4 summoner spells for 2 in the bot lane.
If UBC is still having flash available. Yeah, that's scary, yo. Kiwi immediately does not have flash or cleanse available up against that. Oh no. We'll see if they end up
Hey, at least they're not level 6 yet.
Yeah, yeah.
This should be back up as they're hitting. At least cleanse. Start minimum should be back up by the time they hit level 6.
Yeah.
So it's not too much threat as long as Kiwi and Val don't overstep their bounds.
And now with the Nebula here, I feel like although the Gallo did a lot of damage last game, the most damage in the game actually on Sad Dragon Man, it wasn't apparent that would be the case just from the draft. They probably did a lot of focusing on your back connection in those team fights, but I think in this case they had to have a little bit more balance of the damage. I think Nebula is a huge damage to that late game, something that you will have to worry about.
A flash over there by 10 for the nice Q there, and Sad Dragon Man might just lose the egg.
Oh!
Not quite though, so lot invested in there, and no reward was given.
And no flash even used. Sad Dragon Man didn't even flash, but Tentini did. Amumu does lose flash in exchange for essentially nothing. But now
in Defiance on the backside of Daddy, Red Strike is here as well. The Fear's gonna go down, a nice route there, but it's not gonna be enough. And that's gonna be first blood to the Nocturne, while Black Fate is starting to fight in the top side, but Bread has the HP advantage, and this should be a kill over to the Wukong.
Hey, that's what.
So 1 for 1 across the map, but great movements there from Red Strike in Defiance.
Yeah, also gonna see this roaming, and they're going to go.
Yeah, they're starting to fight here onto Red Strike, but Val and Kiwi don't exactly have the most amount of damage, and Red Strike is one tanky mother trucker, and that's going to be a kill picked up for UBC, while Kiwi going to get dropped super low. The 4th shot's going to connect, but this should be Kiwi falling, and that's going to be 2 for 1 in the bot side, and UBC still has both summoner spells.
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. Oh, man. Yeah, so time to focus top.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Hey, we talked about this last game. Hey,
I mean, again, though, Black Fate, I mean, as soon as he hits 6,
it's just like, it doesn't even matter. He won't even be here.
Yeah. Maybe they'll get tower. We're going to have to see if Cosmic is going to put any pressure here on the Drakes.
Yeah, they weren't able to get.
Because last game they went fully commit to the Void Grubs, but it didn't really pay off.
Yeah, they tried to like have Olaf split push, but they just needed Olaf for the team fights way too much, and Olaf didn't have teleport, so had to like be like for the team fights, Olaf had to just be there and couldn't split push as much. Officially, Wukong does have teleport.
Yeah. However, once in Defiance does unlock Paranoia, the teleports for
Cosmic have to be much more like early before that ultimate gets dropped, because that is 8 seconds just where you're not allowed to teleport.
That's such a powerful ultimate, man. I keep forgetting it does so much more than already the like half map dash.
Yeah.
Besides just making you dark, you literally can't use your teleport abilities. You can't target places on the map. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Cosmic gonna start up the dragon. And it looks like it should be going uncontested. The Void Grub secured by Indefiance.
Uh-oh.
So it's gonna be a trade of objectives here.
Okay.
Black Fate taking a lot of damage here, trying to break this freeze, but is not able to do it quite yet. And in Defiance with some aggressive invading here. Has to be a little bit careful here. Shin does have ultimate now, though. Stand United is online. That's number 1 of the 3 big ultimates that you're really looking for this game. Now Bread looking for an engage onto Black Fate, but Black Fate is here within Defiance, gets down a nice taunt and a nice fear to follow it up, and Bread is going to be using both of his ultimate cyclones, but a nice snipe there by Indefiance, and Amumu is on the way up. They should be able to spot him out, though.
You gotta do something here, Amumu? Where you going? Amumu, you gotta make a decision here.
Yeah. I don't think Amumu wants to take this without level 6, so that's going to be the push completed and a kill picked up for Indefiance, saving his top lane a lot of pressure.
Level 6 for
UBC.
Nocturne.
And UBC also just hit level 6, so big ultimates online now for Cucarachas, and that's going to be an ultimate dropped onto Kiwi almost immediately. Clint's going to get dropped down, a flash by Kiwi to get her out of range of UBC, and that's going to be both summoner spells for the flash of UBC.
Okay. Well, UBC no longer has flash available, but did get the flash out from the bot lane.
All right, and I mean that puts them on a Kiwi stepping up a little bit. A flash forward by Red Strike to get down some damage, but UBC trying to dodge it. But Paranoia coming out on top of Kiwi, and Kiwi is going to fall. Now Val could be in a little bit of trouble. He gets to the tower quick enough though, but a nice kill. Knows that there's no cleanse to get out of the CC lock from Red Strike. And already we're getting huge advantages here for UBC on the Ashe. And now Val getting tower dove. Red Strike starts tanking, but 10 is here with the ultimate. Amumu stepping up for it and hits a 3-man ultimate. A nice, huge shutdown there for 10. That's going to be 2 for none on that dive. And notably, Black Fate dropped the Stand United and was not able to get there in time.
Yep.
So huge cooldowns there for a little bit of an overpush on the Val. And Val didn't even die.
Oh, yeah? We were able to stay alive there. Still alive. Staying alive. Well, there to punish the aggression from the Cucarachas there. Well done by Cosmic Nebula. We'll see some more aggression here, though.
Yeah, Red Strike looking for a play onto Daddy, but Daddy's able to dodge the hook. And, I mean, just because that one play went well for Cosmic, they still have to be wary of all of the potential picks that can be performed here by Cucarachas.
You know, Red Shark will continue looking for them. As well as, of course, in Defiance. Yeah, they will continue roaming. And yeah, the Shen the ultimate being down is huge.
Red still holding that freeze top, growing that CS lead ever so slightly, already at 14. Well, 10 looking for a play on Indefiance. Indefiance is going to get hit by the bandage toss and is going to be able to dodge the CC with his W. That's going to be Ashe ult used to get Kiwi off of their ult. It looks like we have a fight for the grubs. Paranoia is going to get dropped. Black Fate is here. A TP coming in by Anivia. No TP to match by Daddy. And a nice triple taunt there by Shin. A huge play. But Brett is trying to keep the team fight in CC. Sad Dragon Man is going to pick up 1, and everyone is just on top of each other while UBC is free firing in the backline. Bread is down to 100. Bread is going to fall 10, trying to pick up more kills, while Kiwi in the backline picking out as much damage as they can. And the Grubs are going to finish off a kill for Kiwi, but that is a 3 for 4, and Grubs secured 4 Las Cucarachas.
Yep. They did get. It's going to be 5 Grubs going up to the Cucarachas, and they do end up winning that fight overall. Well, this game in terms of kills is much more even, and we have only a 1K gold lead so far for the Cucarachas, so they are definitely fighting back. And I was saying in terms of like, damage may be a bit of a problem, but hey, if the Amumu ends up being 5-1, then Amumu's not. It may not be too much of damage because Amumu's doing damage here. Amumu's like picked up just some circumstantial kills too, just like picking up just off of the aggression.
It was a big Amumu play down there in that bot side. Right. I mean, Wukong with the follow-up damage, scaring down so much damage. I mean, that 5v4, they still netted 3 kills. They did lose the Grubs, though, so it's a little bit of a sad day, but they are here for the first move on Drake. Red Strike and Defiance. Looks like they're trying to contest it, but Ashe and Anivia just not quite there yet. And Nivea's starting to move over. Ashe does have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Let's see if she can hit a priority target. Teleport's going to go down. Red Strike's going to get CC chain there, but 10 is in there a little bit deep. The ultimate hits onto Daddy, but Daddy's going to be able to flash forward and get a triple root. But that's going to be 2 for 1. And now Bread is having to push back because Sad Dragon Man has that ultimate for the zone. Sad Dragon Man still has the egg, so he can position a little bit more aggressive. Stand United available. Sad Dragon Man might lose the egg here, but UBC is trying to make sure that Sad Dragon Man still has that option available to him. It's a 3v3, but still, Black Fate is here. Paranoia is going to get dropped along with the Shen Ultimate onto Nocturne. A nice double taunt there. Kiwi's going to fall, and now Val and Bread are the last ones standing. UBC free firing in the backside, but Bread gets to UBC, but a nice Anivia wall to keep UBC alive. And now, Amumu's back in the fray, trying to come up, but so is Red Strike. 10 should be able to pick up a kill here. Does connect onto UBC, does connect onto 1, but Sad Dragon Man gets the stun down, and the stun onto Defiance, not quite the man he wants. And that's going to be Red Stripe picking up the kill. Val walking away with 1 HP, and Dragon secured 4 Cucarachas. And what a great fight to swing the favor.
Back and forth and back and back and back and forth. Respawn, come back, die again. Unfortunate there for Cosmic Nebula. For Tencini too. I feel like they were stuck in between doing the dragon and engaging the fight. And I feel like they should have engaged the fight with a Southern number advantage. Yeah. While they were like they're like, do we try to finish the dragon? So they gave the rest of Cucarachas enough time to arrive, I think.
Yeah, I mean they still did have the numbers advantage. Black Fate wasn't there, didn't have Stand United, didn't have anywhere to TP to. But eventually that Stand United did come up, and it just made that fight so much easier as soon as Defiance's Paranoia was available.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, they should have, like, not only just number advantage, but also just, like, the cooldown advantage, too. Like, just engage the fight. Like, all right, I'm a move. We don't have to continue doing this dragon. Like, they're here. They're right here. That's right here in front of your face. Just go. Unfortunately, and like, was only able to get the ulti onto just Red Strike whenever Mumu did finally ult.
Yeah, that is true. Black Fate up here, trying to get I guess like a Heartsteel trade there, trying to stack up some HP. There's not much Black Fate can do here. Mumu has some decent kills, has the CS advantage by a pretty disgusting margin. 40 CS at 15 minutes in the lead.
Yeah.
Ashe ult coming in from the downtown.
My God.
Does connect onto Daddy, and Paranoia is going to follow up that immediately, and that's going to be Daddy dropping.
Man.
What a great look there by UBC. And now Red Strike looking onto Kiwi, but is going to get knocked back by Milio. Damage is going down. UBC has so much DPS. That was 2 autos, and that's half HP for Kiwi.
Oh, boy. That was disgusting right there. That was disgusting. The snipe from downtown, from bot lane to mid lane. And an easy engage there for the Cucarachas, and they're going to pick up the Herald off of that, too.
Yeah, so all overall neutral objectives heavily in the favor of Cucarachas. They've gotten 5 grubs. They've traded the Drakes evenly 1 for 1. They just got the Herald. So this should be able to break open the map a little bit, start getting some movements around, maybe shift UBC and Red Strike to mid soon so they can keep putting pressure along the map.
Black Fate. His trades are not going in his favor whatsoever. Looks like we do have 10 hovering the bot side. No wards to spot him out, but Cucarachas is suspicious nonetheless. UBC has Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but Milio ult available, cleanse available, so it's kind of hard to look for a pick with it down in the bot lane.
True, but if they just look to just blow one of those things and then do a re-engage, like they have multiple ways to engage, it makes it really difficult here.
Yeah.
For Cosmic Nebula, like, all right, you get Ash ulted, like, oh, let me cleanse that. Oh, JK, here comes the Nautilus ulti. Okay, let me mini ulti here. Oh, there, JK, here comes the Nocturne ulti with the Shenton. And it's tough.
Yeah, the Shin Nocturne combo so disgusting.
Yeah.
The only thing that can make it stronger is like an Orianna, but they opted for the Anivia.
Using this emo every single time they trade up and top lane. The Z question mark. And he's just casually down 44 CS. But I mean, they're not doing a lot with this Wukong being strong. He's just up to your farming. I mean, as far as you're concerned, if you're Cucarachas, you're cool with that. Yeah, stay up there.
You're going to reach that here for Bread. Bread does have teleport available here. Dragon's going to be up in 25 seconds, so it looks like we might be having another huge team fight potentially breaking out. Got a lot of movement here on the bot side. Nocturne in the bot try, sitting on a ward, so they know 10 is here to cover this dive, but it gets spotted out by the hawk shot. Anivia now arriving, but there's a lot of pressure being put on in the mid lane.
So Wukong doesn't have to teleport to the Wukong is just here.
Yeah, Nocturne and Anivia rotating to mid to make sure that this tower doesn't take any unnecessary damage. Black Fate just uncontested in the top side right now, starting that push. Herald's going to get dropped down. Bread and Daddy sitting in the bush waiting for somebody to walk in there that shouldn't be walking in there in defiance, but it looks like they're going to get caught out here.
Yeah,
he's going to hit the wall and just going to get stuck here right in top of all the CC. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to get dropped, but it's not going to be enough to save Sad Dragon Man. It does get the tower. Right, let's see here. We do get a bot tower secured on the bot side too, so there's going to be 2 towers for none right now. They did lose a kill. They don't have Sad Dragon Man here. Does have teleport in 20 seconds. Dragon's going to get started up here by the side of red. In Defiance, stepping up, does have Paranoia to get into the pit. Maybe tries to look for a steal.
Oh my God.
Gets the steal, and now they're in here deep. 4v3. Shin Ultimate coming through. A nice double tub onto Kiwi. Kiwi's going to drop the cleanse while 10 is on the back line. UBC and Red Strike taking a lot of damage right now, but 10 is going to fall. UBC is too low to really continue this fight. If Red wants to look for more, Black Fade and Red Strike are trying to kite back. Red Strike's going to flash away, but another flash forward by Bread to stick on top of Red Strike, and that's going to be another kill picked up. A double taunt here onto Val and Bread. Val's going to get left at 1 HP, but UBC and Black Fate don't have the damage really to get through Bread's just innate tankiness. A flash over the wall by UBC. And what? What?
Red buff, I guess.
What killed him? Red
did he have,
I guess. Red buff. Clutch there.
It looked like he got killed by hitting him with the W, but I can't be it, so I'm assuming that he had red buff before. But okay. I mean, that ends up overall going. I mean, they lost a lot of towers, and they lost
play for Wukong.
Yeah, a lot of money onto the Wukong, so I think you are happy with that if you are the Cosmic Nebula.
Yeah, I mean, Wukong is up almost 3,000 gold.
And that was solo, yeah.
Yeah, 3,000 gold here for Wukong, but Anivia up 3,000 gold in the mid lane.
Yeah, once again,
so,
Sad Dragon Man. Can't forget Sad Dragon Man.
Big name players on the battlefield right now. Gold lead just sitting once again at 2K, kind of like the the repeating trend for this match. It is a little sad there that Cosmic did lose that dragon though.
Yeah.
But like you said, it did turn into a pretty big fight.
Probably has the most steals in BTL history. I've seen this man steal so many objectives over the years. I was like, he's always going for the steal. He wants the steal, baby, every single time. He's pretty confident in his smiting abilities. We'll go in for the steal every single time he gets the chance to. And does another one right there.
Yeah, so the Shin was already having kind of a tough time, but Black Cleaver for Bread immediately off that fight.
Yeah, and the team out to boot.
So yeah, Bread's gonna just slowly be given this lane. Really just has to look for the Stand United ultimates, the teleports to get into fights, and just try to be that menacing taunt machine. Oh, we got some aggressive posturing here. They were spotted on a ward, at least Anivia was. So they do know that they're here, but Daddy gonna get snagged by another enchanted crystal arrow, and this is gonna be a nice pick. UBC is on fire with the Ashe ultimates this game.
Oh man.
Kings on the Baron. This could be a little bit dangerous though. There is a Wukong. There isn't a Mumu. Wukong does have teleport.
Yep.
Looks like they're gonna call it off and just go straight to top lane. Smart call there.
Yeah, that's much safer, much more solid. Oh God, Wukong is demolishing this tower.
Yeah, Taunt is going to get Bread to walk away. That's a nice chunk there by Black Fate. Might save him, but Red Strike getting caught out here by 10 and a root by Kiwi. Red Strike's going to get dropped to a half. A Wukong teleport coming in to make sure.
We'll see if they turn this into Baron, maybe.
Yeah, that was a nice pick there for Kiwi.
And Anivia is, caught out.
Anivia going to get the backstop here. Now 10 looking forward. A nice Q there onto Sad Dragon Man. Sad Dragon Man does not have the egg. Sitting on top of the plant, the Curse of the Sad Mummy going to get Sad Dragon Man stunned, but he accidentally hits himself over the wall. Now Sad Dragon Man going to flash over the wall, but Daddy is here. The root does not connect there for Kiwi. But I don't think Sad Dragon Man can get out. Shin does have Stand United now, though.
Oh my God.
Moving up a nice enchanted crystal arrow onto Val, but it's not going to be enough to keep them away from Sad Dragon Man.
Are
Sad
they
Dragon
just
Man's
going to let this happen? Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, they are. Ooh.
What?
What a great movements there.
Oh wow. Okay. It's Anivia's gone.
Oh. In Defiance, gonna get it backstopped.
Alrighty. I didn't expect that. Did not think Anivia was getting out of that situation.
Yeah, Anivia at 3 items now.
Very scary.
Just now completed the Anji Stormment, so a lot of damage that are going to start coming through from that item. I mean, Seraph's Embrace already blocking a whopping 500 damage. I don't know how recently it got completed though. So yeah, Red Strike and Sad Dragon Man looking for a pick onto Bread. Bread is going to use the clone to get away over the wall though. Still great look there for Sad Dragon Man. You can see the power that UBC and Sad Dragon Man have in these picks, these forces. And it's going to be the next dragon spawning third. This could be soul point here for the Cucarachas, and this is an Ocean Soul. This is a pretty big impacting, but a flash forward there on top of Indefiance. Indefiance is going to use the spell shield to get away from any further CC. Indefiance is going to get the Shin ultimate while Bread is looking for more on the backline, but Shin is not enough to save the Nocturne, but huge damage there coming from Sad Dragon Man and UBC. 10 is looking forward, but doesn't have ultimate anymore. Did pop it for a pick, and 10 is going to get caught out by Red Strike's hook. That's going to be a lot of damage, but 10, does fall to Leandre's Torment Burn. There's a 4v3, no junglers alive. Bread has to try to carry this fight, keep Kiwi safe, but Kiwi's going to get caught out by the wall, and is going to have to flash over it, and Bread's going to get chunked down so low, but Red Strike is going to fall first. Bread's still sitting around trying to look for more. Kiwi going to get dropped down to half and caught there by Sad Dragon Man's Q. Now Bread's going to get pushed off by Black Fate, and Dragon should be secured here for Cucarachas. This is going to be soul point and a nice fight.
Well done.
These Amumu ults, I don't like the solo Amumu ults. I'm not gonna lie.
Did take down in Defiance, but yeah, probably could have been used better in that fight overall.
I mean, we saw a perfect opportunity where it could have been used. In Defiance hit a Q, or no, sorry, 10 hit a Q onto Red Strike and got him right on top of Sad Dragon Man and the UBC. But there was no ultimate to follow it up, so they just kind of mowed 10 down with an Nivea ultimate.
Nivea doing a lot of damage once again. 6
now
Sad Dragon Man looking for the MVP of this series if they win this game. Also, thank you for the follow. Veranana. Verona.
Banana with a V.
Yeah. Banana? No, it's Veranana.
But not. Oh, bread. Ooh, that's a little dangerous there.
Yeah, bread looking not so healthy there.
Trying to get down some damage, but bread is just sitting in this lane at half HP. I'm confused at why they haven't reset yet. 10 looking for Defiance once again. Does connect the bandage toss here, but I don't want to see another solo ult here. Another bandage toss, a double ulti at least this time, and that's going to be a huge pick onto Defiance right in front of the Baron. Red Strike's going to have to try to get out, but Bread is not going to let this happen, and now Bread's going to get more damage on the Sad Dragon Man and Lissandra ultimate on top of UBC, but Bread just getting deleted by the Anivia ultimate. Kind of got caught slacking there. And what looked like a great potential into a Baron just fizzles out because Bread dies.
Oh, does the Nightbot clipping thing not work anymore? Probably not. It's been so long. I'm gonna have to clip the correct not the correct way, but the Twitch way, I suppose.
Yeah, Sad Dragon Man and UBC both in here. 10 does get spotted out by the blue ward. We're seeing the power of the picks. Both teams constantly trading members. It looks like we had to pause for a potential bathroom break, I guess.
Okay.
And we're back. Hey, you know, when nature calls.
Yeah, when you gotta go, you gotta go. The stones. Oh no, don't say that. Hopefully Defiance is fine.
Looks like we are back in Anivia on that 4th item completion. And oh my god, a big team fight. No. Riot Games.
Oh yeah, we got the riot pause after the pause. And small indie company that spent $250 million on a cartoon.
Well, it's more than a cartoon.
Yes, I know.
It's a story. It's a legend. It's a cream of the crop anime.
Honestly, yeah, no, it's incredibly good. It's worth it. It's fair. So we will spare no expense to make something worth our players' time to watch.
Yeah, Baron gonna get started up here by Red Strike. While Sad Dragon Man getting down so much damage, and Paranoia gonna get dropped down onto Wukong. Wukong's gonna pop the Cyclone to try to keep himself alive, but an actual ultimate comes in, but is not even needed. Sad Dragon Man with a huge burst. And this should be a huge opening here for Baron, but they have to be careful. 10 is still alive. But this is going to fall.
Lissandra doesn't have teleport.
Yeah, I mean, 10 has to look for a heroic player if he's going to look at all.
And 10 decides not to do it for it.
Yeah, and
10 is not in Defiance. In Defiance would go for this every time.
We just saw which pick is better. And their pick led into Baron.
Yep. Opens up a 6K gold lead here for them at around 30 minutes.
Black Fate. Just getting caught out here. Black Fate's going to get hit by the bandage toss. Daddy's not going to be able to get in range quite yet, but now they are. They don't have exactly the most amount of damage. And Nivea's going to drop the TP for Black Fate, trying to keep him alive. A nice double taunt there. Now Sad Dragon Man here to getting down so much damage. Daddy's just going to fall. And it's just not even fair. There's just too much going on now. Val trying to save 10, getting him out. And it looks like they will, but what was an attempted play there for Cosmic, it turns. Tables turn quick.
No. See, if you have two people, and you can't kill them in the time it takes for that TP to complete, then I should have gone for that one.
Yeah, Lissandra, not exactly the tank slayer that Anivia is.
Right.
We do have Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. Daddy will be alive for this, and I feel like this has got to be the make or break point here for Cosmic. They've got to try to make a play happen around this Dragon fight. You do not want to be giving Ocean Soul to an Anivia, to a Shin. They're just not going to be dying anytime soon if that is the case. They're already not dying anytime soon.
Yeah.
Dragon is spawning. It is going to be started, and it looks like it's just going to be uncontested. So Ocean Soul here for Cucarachas. And an Ashe ultimate coming out does connect, and that's going to be a melee almost immediately. But Paranoia is coming in deep, and now you have the Shin coming in with his ultimate. Does come in, gets a double taunt onto the Wukong clone and 10. Bread and Kiwi going to be able to walk out, but that is going to be 1 for none. A lot of cooldowns used there, but Baron is still up. Ocean Soul is still alive. They have the regen, they have the pushing power, and they are grouped as 5 right now.
Yeah.
Red Strike trying to keep them away, kind of keep them distracted here. The tower is going to start getting hit, or UBC dodging the root. Red trying to go in to get down some damage, but then Nivea ultimate just keeps them so far away. It's like Caitlyn traps on steroids. Jenga dropped down the ultimate, but doesn't really do that much damage. None of them are that low to where it really means that
Good
much.
Good use of Baron here in all 3 lanes.
Yeah, this is going to be the first inhibitor falling. This should be a triple inhibitor secure, unless they maybe try to break out a fight in defiance on the bot side, but Paranoia almost available, so should be able to get up to his team in half a second if needed. All 3 inhibitors are down, all 3 lanes baroned up, and now we are in problem territory here for Cucarachas. They have to try to look for a play. 10 is trying to find an angle. That's going to be the first Nexus Tower falling. Bread and 10 have to pull the trigger here. 10's going to go forward, hits the double ultimate on both the carries, but nobody's there to follow him up. But Bread goes in with a flash and a cyclone, but just gets deleted. Almost gets UBC though. UBC's gonna fall. Sad Dragon Man untouched in the background, just doing so much damage. It's gonna be 3 for 3. Kiwi and Val against the world. That is gonna be Sad Dragon Man's egg drop, but now Sad Dragon Man full HP and a flash taunt there by Black Fate to secure the kill, and that should be the game. Val does not have the damage, and Val doesn't have the hope that his team needs.
Sounds like we're not able to get the kill. That's gonna be GG. Well done there from Las Cucarachas picking up the 2-0. Sad Dragon Man going crazy in those games, actually. He's going absolutely nuts on the Gallon, then following up with an absolutely nuts game on the Anivia. Probably doing the most damage in that game as well. And yes, the Anivia does do the most damage in that game as well. This well done there from Sad Dragon Man in both of those games. 11-1 and 12 in game number 2. Not sure what their record was in game number 1, but did the most damage in that game as well. Hey, 2 good team comps here. Just pick. There's lots of fighting in that game. It's much more back and forth than that first game where they just had like a massive kill advantage. But like, yeah, so some of the fights not going their way, and then Wukong getting an advantage, but like harder to play off of a Wukong advantage from like an Olaf advantage, or like maybe like if it was like Jax or something. I don't know, something like that's much scarier in that side lane than the Wukong. But congratulations to the 2-0 for the Las Cucarachas for the 2-0. And I think, let's see, where's Sad Dragon Man? We'll grab Sad Dragon Man, I think, for the interview here, because I think it was a pretty obvious MVP to Sad Dragon Man. Whenever you do the most damage in both the games, then I think you're going to end up being the MVP in the mid lane. Although I am Red Strike's significant other. Who are you? Hey, yo, Sad Dragon Man.
Hello.
Welcome to the booth. Congratulations on the 2-0 for Las Cucarachas. I think you guys move on to being 3-1 now. And
thank you.
Yeah. You got any questions, Frostbyte? No, let you start us off.
I mean, I got my standard question. So, how was prepping for this game? Were you guys feeling like pretty good about it? I noticed that you guys have your like stock standard comps you've been pulling out consistently that nobody is respecting right now. So you guys just kind of do more of the same, or are you guys kind of like trying to prepare yourself for? I mean, it is true fearless. You are going to lose these comps as soon as you lock them in if they're not banned out. So how was prepping?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sick. My throat's been hurting pretty bad. So while the whole team was prepping, I was kind of just in the back, just relaxing. But I think we had like a pretty good mindset of going into this game, especially our team captain. You were a bad connection. He was like doing a lot of draft prep, and he was asking me a lot of questions throughout the week on like, oh, who do you want to play? Who do you want to pick? And so we had a plan, I'm surprised they didn't ban the Ivern or Kog'Maw. The moment we saw that, we're like, oh yeah, this is just free slam, free slam. So we just slammed it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think we're just getting a lot better overall. But yeah.
Yeah,
I understand. I mean, you had a stellar game on the Galio, and even more stellar game, in my opinion, on the Anivia. Your damage was just out of control, really just 1v9ing whoever came in your way. How did you feel about these two champions specifically? Are they like your favorite, like top tier, like on the top of your list of things that you like to play, or is it you just kind of play what you think is needed for the team comp?
Gallia is definitely one of a good top pick for me. So I don't know if I tried. So the moment I saw Galio, I was like, oh, just land me on Galio here. It's so good. It's not,
especially with the team construct playing.
yeah, it was really good because I play a lot of play, so I know what counters that champion a lot. So I was like, oh wait, and then look at their team. It's just so good for Galio. For Anivia, I'm not gonna lie, I don't play this champion too much. But one of my teammates was like, guys, I was suggesting I was suggesting Vega or something, but then someone on my team was like, hey, what about Anivia? I'm like, oh, that could work. So we decided to just go Nivea here. I think Defiance has a lot more comments. So and like I'm a little sick, I can't talk as much. So maybe you guys Dragon Defiance as well would be really good
Yeah,
for him to
hey,
talk.
yeah. And Defiance could always pop in here whenever he wants. Why not? But yeah, appreciate you coming through. Congrats on the MVP. And yeah,
Thank you.
we'll give your voice a break. Thank you, a soldier out there getting MVP while sick, and then yeah, in Defiance, I always got something to say. I mean, he can pop in here whenever he wants, but we can bring him in Defiance.
I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, gonna bring you in here. It said your mid laner here is sick, but we did give the MVP to Sad Man having a fantastic game in those two games. What does In Defiance have to say? You got something to say, or you trying to answer?
I feel like in a way I have an unofficial like MVP in a sense
Okay,
because like
okay.
I got my 80 carry an MVP, I got my top lane an MVP, I got my mid lane an MVP.
Yeah.
You know, like so I'm feeling good. But by
Yeah.
all means, I'm very happy with like how Austin's performed. Like Pabu, like last weekend, like, absolutely popped off. You know, David has been like a staple of consistency in like the latest BTL season. So like I mean, like when we get into the game, especially these serious games, it's like I'm just assuming it's a bit of the like veteran like presence in the
You have
sense
a lot of
because
veteran
like
presence on your squad for sure. Whenever I look at this, I'm like, oh wait, all these names I know for seasons at this point. Red Strike, Your Bad Connection, Sad Dragon Man, and Defiance. If I remember correctly, Sad Dragon Man came in like I feel like. Did you have your own team at some point? Am I crazy?
I did.
Yeah, I was like, I remember Sad Dragon Man being a captain. I feel like, and Red Shark was a captain. UBC was a captain at some point. So I was like, oh yeah, these are all people that were captains of their own team at some point, and like just have years of BTL experience. And Prabhu's been around for a bit now, but yeah, probably go up and down. But yeah, Prabhu's an experienced player now too, at least for 3 BTL seasons. I'm like, yeah, this is just a team of experience, and eventually just kind of see the experience come through. Especially, I was talking about consistency in draft, or like I feel like a team that's an experience in a competitive is if you have a team comp that you know works well for you and it's not banned away from you, why would you not pick it? And
yeah,
I feel like that's what it looks
that's
like.
definitely what happened early on. It's one of those that like it's kind of funny because like I feel like people go, man, they really keep prepping this Ivern Kog'Maw, but we keep expecting not to get it. So
Right.
like it's honestly not even something we're really prepping at this point. But I mean, I guess we're prepping it every weekend in a sense if we keep just slamming it in a series and then playing it. So it's always prep. But I mean, like, you know, it's one of those that we're definitely okay playing without it. It's definitely not like a crutch for us. But like,
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
it's one of those that like I don't understand why people aren't respecting it. But also, like, by all means,
Right.
if they think they can beat it, I'd like to see how, so then we can understand that as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. 'Cause at some point, like part of it is data and science. Like, hey, all right, like you're not banning it. It's like, and it's one of those things too because it feels like you end up in this thing in drafting where like if somebody doesn't ban what you expect them to ban and what everyone else is banning, it's like, well, now we got to prove to you why you got to ban it in the future, right? Because we don't want because sometimes you end up like if you have I'll just talk about this all the time. If you have a one trick on your team that gets a certain character like respected for a certain character and it gets banned all the time, whenever someone doesn't ban it, you like almost have to play it to show other teams why they need to continue banning it because part of your draft prep becomes expecting teams to ban something, right? So it was like whenever I had like Draven Me Crazy and like that on my team, it was just like okay, we have a Draven one trick on our team. He's ridiculously good at Draven. we expect the Draven to be banned every single game. Whenever Draven's not banned, like, well, shit. I mean, like, we didn't plan on playing Draven, but now we got to play Draven to show them why you banned this. Don't let us have this champion. Ban it so that we can get on with our draft prep. So I feel like, yeah, if they're not banning the comp that you guys are playing in game 1 every single time, and you're just going fantastically, you know how to play it, you're comfortable on it, play it, and tell people why they should ban it.
Yeah, I honestly, like, especially when it comes to these stage games, I'm really just looking forward to playing more and more, because like I don't even feel like we're really even close to our peak, like, to be honest, like in any sense of the word. So like each of these stage games, I feel like just helps us like more and more, and so like it's just really fun. And like one thing I am thankful for is because like I generally haven't played with too much consistency, because I'm sure you've noticed that I've always been like the random vet who would. Like I'm on a drastically different team in almost every season with almost none of the same players I've like played with before. I think Rohit's been the player that I've played, like Red Strike has been the player I've played with the most.
Yeah, similar to like Bowkeeper, like you and Bowkeeper just bounce around to different teams. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's not even like we have like one other person that we're usually with. Like I guess like Bowkeeper and Inviction is like to me a staple, but like they're not together in this season,
right?
And like it's one of those where it's interesting because like I would say that the one thing that's like pretty nice is that me and Austin kind of view the game in pretty similar ways, especially like in the mid and early game, and the fact that I can go from like only hovering his lane to like also like camping it's just one of those that me and him like have been able to find like pretty good kill angles in a lot of this, and I feel like it just opens up the game for the rest of us. So like I'm very thankful for how Austin's been performing, and then like David is such a like veteran presence, like just in like the shot calling field, because me and Austin do.
And it feels like
hypey.
consistent prep work. It seems like is also something that UBC always seems to be pretty like known for and on top of. I feel like you always expect them to come into draft with a game plan, and I feel like that's always nice to have too.
I'm really excited for next weekend.
Who you guys go up against next week? And I haven't looked yet.
Mingos.
Oh, baby, it's time. Okay. And me too. I'm looking forward to that too, actually. I'm waiting for someone to come in with prep work for Mingos.
And, I love watching Mingos play, but they're also wild. Like, it reminds me kind of like how our top side is, because like I'd say like, Rohit and David, I pretty much trust them to pick anything, but they've got their staples. They will pick things that help, bring up the comps and stuff like that. And I feel like, me, Prabhu, and Austin, like we kind of have champion ADHD, so Fearless does actually help us in a way, because like we rarely want to play the same champion 2 games in a row.
Right.
So like we really feel that the fun of Fearless, even though like I'm just slamming Ivern every time. But
that's such a good point. I've never thought of before. I know some people don't like playing, like even though it's good, and I felt this. Even though it's good, I don't want to play it every single game. And Fearless definitely does. So like I feel like Expo is also one of those champions, like but one of those players that are like that. Whereas like I mean I know we could just play this solidly, but wouldn't it be so much more fun to just play a different champion every single time if we can?
Yeah, I stand by the fact that I'd let Expo play anything.
Yes.
I would literally let Expo play. He could say, "This is such a Yumi mid angle," and I'd be like, "You do. You do."
Exactly.
You want me to pick Olaf?
If I had tickets for every Def Daddy had in his honor. One question. So you talk about you still like you guys still have ways to improve. If I had one question, I would ask, what do you think was a mistake or something that you guys could improve on from this series, even though you won 2-0? What's something that you feel like, that wasn't necessarily the cleanest, or we probably could clean that up, or is that an improvement we can make?
I would say that we can be relatively overzealous. I think that's like the biggest thing that we can do, because like I'd say oftentimes we do have good mid-late game calls, but we do relatively often make a kind of whack one where we almost or do kind of throw the game in a sense, because we're winning so hard and snowballing so hard. If every option always works, then like sometimes you start picking options that aren't as good.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be more games in like these more stage games when like we're actually like under pressure and stuff like that. And like I think it's just the teams that we've been playing against have actually been playing pretty well. It's just each of us have like stepped up in like different times, and I think that shows with like the differing MVPs. And it's always kind of fun, because like I think both last season and this season we've been under the point cap with everyone else like touching it. So like just seeing the players like step up and stuff like that, like Austin swapping back to mid, being sick, like full, like doing finals all the time, like Rohit super busy with work, Prabhu also pretty busy but also doing a complete role swap. Like I really respect like what these players are bringing into the stage games, and it's like on the stage games it's been so great to play with.
Fantastic. Awesome. All right. Well, Frostbite, do you have anything further to ask? Anything further
Nope,
to give?
I'm
You
good.
guys got any? I mean, I would say if you asked any shout outs, we pretty much just shout out your entire team. So,
Yep.
yep. I think that. So we're gonna have about 30 minutes till the next match. I'm gonna take the stream down. We're gonna throw a quick raid over to, let's see, Artistic Geek. Yeah, sure, that's the one that I used to know. We'll throw a quick host over to them, and then we should be back live in about 30 minutes with the second match of the night, and that should be the Cats, right? Cat TPT versus Cat Cowboys. So the sister teams are going to be matching up later in this evening, and that may be me on the host, maybe not. We'll see if someone else. I was supposed to go to a game night 30 minutes ago, so we will see if I am allowed to get out of here. But in the meantime, we will have you guys check out my homie here, if I can spell this name correctly, and then we will be live again in 30 minutes. In around 30 minutes. Thank you to Frostbite for joining me on the cast. I always appreciate it. Thank you for congratulations to Jagman for the MVP. Thank you for Indefiance for coming in and giving us all those great perspective. Always giving us the background of the team and stuff. I always love that talk. We will catch you guys in 30 minutes. We're out.